Welcome back to Bad Wolf Bobby. Today we're talking about some of my favorite books, our book series that I have read again and again, that I continue to read the series, or that I've read or listened to the audiobook again and again. I will preface this by saying quite a few of them are romance novels. I like me some romance novels. Not afraid to admit that. I'm a girl of multifaceted taste. I have my fancy Lisa Frank notebook that I got at Target. I was so excited when I saw these. I bought every design they had. I was like, yay! A handful of these are on Audible. Most of them are ebooks that I have gotten on my Kindle. I just prefer ebooks over physical copies of books. It's just a personal preference. I don't know if some of these you can get as physical copies, because one of these is one of those books that's chef's kiss. I am going to start with the Audible books. There is a series, well, it's 2 books. The Handmaid's Tale books. The Handmaid's Tale I actually read on the Kindle originally, and then I got the audio version after listening to The Testament, which is the sequel to it. The Testament Audible version is so good. So good. It got me hooked on fictional audiobooks, because I hadn't really listened to fiction audiobooks before that. So then I got The Handmaid's Tale, also very well done in audiobook version. I have the special edition, if that matters. I don't know what the regular edition is like, but I have the special edition. I really like dystopian novels. I like dystopian novels. I like romance novels. I like fantasy. I will not be talking about Harry Potter here, because I have not read Harry Potter in like 10 years. It used to be one of my favorite series. I used to read Harry Potter over and over again, and then I just hadn't. The second book is, I don't know what you would consider it, but it's a true story. It's an Audible original. It's called Midnight Sun by James Dominic Jr. It is so good. I was hooked. Like, I listened to it in one day. It's a very sad story, but it's very good. It's a true crime story. And then a throwback to my childhood, Camp Red Moon by Rl Stein. It's I listened to it first before I would let my kids listen to it, and it's an Rl Stein book. But I don't know what else to say. It's an Rl Stein book. My very first audiobook ever was Wishful Drinking by Carrie Fisher, and I think I've listened to this book 3 times. It just hits me right in the feels as somebody who also has bipolar disorder. It's like, oh, yeah. On my Kindle, 2 books, before we talk about series, that I just absolutely love is Fuck Your Habitat by Rachel Hoffman. It has been life-changing for me. Her house cleaning system about not being, just starting small. I have recommended this book and this system to so many people. It is so good. Not only is Unfuck Your Habitat another good one, How to Manage Your Home Without Losing Your Mind by Dana K. White. Also, so the two books together literally changed how I clean my house. I know that sounds really silly, but they were life-changing for me. I sing their praises all the time. And they're really simple systems. I guess I needed somebody to say it. Dana K. White's book is written how somebody talks. So I found it really enjoyable, really easy to feel like, oh, I could do this. Unfuck Your Habitat just helps you set attainable goals. And then here's one of those romance novels I talk about. I read this book in 2013 for the first time. I've read it 2 more times since then. Coffee and Cockpits by Jade Hart. It is so good. I don't even want to ruin it, but it's so good. It is a romance novel, but it gets you. It gets you. So on to series that I love. I'm a series girl. Like, I tend to find a series and I just read it and read it and read it. Probably my favorite series of all time is The Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. The first book is called Stormfront. The latest book just came out, and there's another book coming out in September, I think. Excellent books. They are fantasy-based, urban fantasy. They're set in current times. They're in the magic world, wizards, fae, all things I love. There was a couple books, though, where I was really unhappy with the author and what he was doing to the main character. But I think that was the point. I think that was the point. Those romance novel lines. I have 2 series here. The In Death series by the Eve Dallas novels by J.D. Robb. The first one is Naked in Death. These are set in the future in New York City. She's a homicide detective. They are ridiculous. They are written by Nora Roberts under a pseudonym, J.D. Robb. They're so ridiculous, but I haven't read them all, and I haven't read them in order because you don't really need to read them in order. They're not typically tied together, but they are excellent. Excellent. And then I read the Stephanie Plum novels. There's like 26 of these. The first one is One for the Money. They're by Janet Ivanovich. Yes, the movie One for the Money also. They are ridiculous. I don't have any other way to say it but ridiculous. And they're entertaining, and I think that's what you look for in a book, is entertaining. The last series is a series that I have read certain books in this series 4 or 5 times. The series is called Women of the Other World by Kelly Armstrong. It is a fantasy series about women of the magic realm. It's set in present day, about this realm of people who are all tied together. The first book is called Bitten, about the only female werewolf in this world. It is not one of my favorites. Okay, my favorites are Dime Store Magic, Industrial Magic, Haunted, No Humans Involved. Those are my favorite. This series is complete. It is finished. There are 13 books in it. It is good. It is so good. And I want you to tell me some of your favorite books because I'm trying to read. They can be audiobooks. I have like 4 Audible credits, so Audible would be awesome. I have Kindle Unlimited, so Kindle Unlimited books. I mean, also regular books. Tell me in the comments down below some of your favorite books. As you can tell, I really like fantasy, mystery romance, like the Stephanie Plum books, the Eve Dallas books. I like a good self-help book, depending on the topic. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you like my channel, you should subscribe. You should check out Awkward Club, my podcast with Kai, which will be linked in the description box below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.